I guess just there was so many things riding on this game for the team to play as well as they did. I mean, I guess it's about all you could pretty much ask for.
Yeah, and that can be a lot when we were pressing a little bit as far as the shot weren't going in the first half. I thought we got some good shots, but we probably shot too many threes a little bit. But they're an explosive team, Fresno, and they were kind of hanging around. So you didn't want it to come out and be like where the rim grows small for us, and then you start putting too much pressure on yourselves. Because like you said, there's a ton riding on that game, and so I just credit our guys. They just dug in defensively and did an amazing job. I looked up at about 12 minutes in the second half. They only had like 5 points, and that was when we blew it open. So it was our defense that really blew it open, and the offense gets the offense going.
For you guys to start out, we've been talking to some of the guys on the team. Start out 0-3 in league, and now you're sitting here, doing this. Just
a little worried I'm going to wake up and this was because you can't script it like this. I mean, this is how you would script it, and to win the championship at home after going 0-3, and our guys just have a lot of belief. I thought when we were 0-3, I thought, boy, I'm going to have to do a lot of convincing to get these guys to understand. And they just it was almost matter of fact. I showed them that the league champ's probably going to have 3 or 4 losses, and we got 3 right now. So we just climb our way back one game at a time, and they just kind of nodded their head and went, yep, okay. And then we went out and went to work, and they got it done. Come on in, Michelle. You're a little late.
You mentioned a little bit before too, but there's also kind of a little bit of a sentiment, obviously for you and the guys that this isn't it. This isn't quite. There's a lot of stuff still to be done. How do you try to keep that going a little bit, especially?
Oh, yeah, and we will, because the thing that we're going into next, and I'll deal with this with the team soon, because I want them to soak this moment in and enjoy this, because we worked so hard to get to this. But I know one thing: the hungriest dog's going to win that tournament, and as of this moment, we're not the hungriest dog because we just won, and we're going to have to fix that, and we will. These guys will, because they want to, they want to keep playing. And the thing that we've said right from the start was this Mountain West tournament is going to be one of the all-time best tournaments, because there's a lot of teams that can win it, and 2 of them were playing here tonight. And so we just have to be on edge when we go down there.
You've been saying all year 24 hours, win or lose. That's how long you get to sit on.
I'm going to give them a little longer than that. Because it's daylight savings time.
You lose the hour.
Yes, nice. I'm going to give them 25.
You mentioned not wanting to wake up, but I mean the feeling when the confetti's falling and
yeah, that was great.
Holding the trophy. I mean, just for you personally, I know it's all about the team, but were you able to soak that in all personally?
No, not really. Not yet. I think it's those things kind of hit you when you look back, but you're just in the whole thing. And I was proud of our guys. Senior night's hard with five guys, and our guys they just dialed into playing, and they didn't, but it worked out great. They got great applauses. It was really neat, special night, and they're deserving of that. And the credit the crowd for what a awesome crowd and a great venue it was, and confetti coming down. What a neat deal. But this goes back to what we got going on here at Boise State. Starts with our president, who supports athletics, and Mark Coyle does so much to support us and help us in any way he can all the time, and help us solve the problems that we need to solve in this league. And he's got us charters to get home so we can prepare better and recover better. And they make all these things happen behind the scenes so the teams can win. And we've got a Mountain West football champion and a Mountain West basketball champion, and our other sports are always winning championships too. So that's a credit to Dr. Custer and Mark and all Mark's guys, John Cunningham, and all these guys that support us, and the gals that support us in the athletic department. Because if everybody's not pulling the rope in the same direction, you don't get it done. It's simple as that. You don't get it done. And we've got that going on here, and otherwise you don't win.
What Coach Arson say to you? I saw that you guys had a little moment.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. He and he's been great. We bounce things off each other all the time, and we had some talks going into the home stretch of, okay, you just went through this. Give me some good things that you guys did, You know, so he had some great ideas, and I've had him talk to the team, and we've been able to sit in on his meetings, and it's just great. It's neat to have a football program and a basketball program that care so much about each other and about the school. And cool thing about him is he grew up wanting to be a Boise State basketball player. So, but he wasn't good enough. He said so. He had to play football. That's awesome.
For you guys, to be a program, do you need something like a Mountain West Conference?
Oh, absolutely. That's I always say that the true measure of programs is if you can win league championships. That's the hardest thing to do, because it's 3 months of work, and dealing with injuries and all the things that are thrown at you over these 3 months. I mean, there's other teams that had to deal with it too, and these guys just fought through, and in the end they won the league. But it's the true measure of a program is to win the Mountain West.
When you first came here, I'm sure you thought that you would win Mountain West titles. Did it happen the way you thought it would, in the time you thought it would?
Well, I'll say this. When all these guys were freshmen, and we were just struggling, a Mountain West title was probably the last thing on my plate. We're going to win one game. I didn't know where that one win was coming, and all my coaching friends had to, you're going to get them, you're going to get them, you're going to get them. And I'm like, where? Tell me when those wins are coming. Because it was the league's so good in basketball, and there's not, you play one team, and then you got another great team rolling in, and then there's no room for error. And so, yeah, but it was our goal. But, it's to get here in 4 years, we've only been in this league in 4 years, and, it's a great feeling, no question.
Do you think about the scope a little bit, just in the fact that the history a little bit of this program, but it's not too often they've had something like this?
Yeah.
Where you're out there cutting the nets and things like that.
And like I said, that's surreal. I mean, that hasn't sunk in. But I just love the atmosphere. I love that people were scrambling to get tickets, and it was a hard ticket. And I saw people when I drove up to tailgate, and people with the signs, "I need tickets." I'm like, that's what we want. That's great. And what a great atmosphere, and our fans were awesome. And then the confetti was a nice touch, and be able to hold that heavy trophy up was like, wow, it really happened.
That picture in your office of Derek Marks sitting there when Anthony shooting the free throw.
Doesn't that seem like a long time ago? Yeah, we were just trying to win one game.
You look at Derek, the way that he was walking around the court afterwards,
Yeah.
had around his neck, he rips the sign off the backboard.
And he wanted the mic. Right there, because he was so afraid of public speaking when he first got here, and for him to want the mic in front of 10,000 people or 12,000 people, that makes you proud as a coach. That wow, look at that. So, that's why he's Mountain West Player of the Year. How can he not be?
When the crowd was chanting MVP, I know you're in coach mode, but were you able to kind of?
I was like, leave him alone. He's shooting free throws.
Really? That's what they do in hoops, though,
Yeah, because I'm sure he heard that and went, oh wow, yeah, that was pretty neat, and it's certainly deserving. It is certainly deserving. I always felt like the MVP should go to a guy off the championship team. So.
You guys in? Have you guys done enough? Selections Sunday?
I never can speculate on that. Goofy things can happen. We just got to keep doing our jobs. And so we're not settled into that. I think we've certainly done what we could do, especially these last 15 games. So
you mentioned the fact that you're gonna let this soak in till Monday morning or whatever. But when you look at what's ahead of this team and the potential in the Mountain West tournament and possibly moving forward, the potential, how excited are you for what's still ahead for this team?
Well, I know this team can play at a high level. So, we got to first, deal with the Mountain West tournament, and we got to play at a high level with a big edge to us. And like I said, we have to go down there as the hungriest dog. Otherwise, we'll get blown out of there.